Most people either arrive in the north, Hanoi, or in the south, Ho Chi Minh. I started in the south, so I will start from there. As it was my first time in Asia, I really enjoyed Ho Chi Minh because everything was new to me. Ho Chi Minh has a nice party street, but you really want to get out of the city as soon as possible because you go to Vietnam not for the cities, but for the beautiful surroundings. The first place you want to go to is Can Tho. Can Tho is famous for their floating markets. For a few dollars they'll take you on a boat ride where, if you wish, you can buy some fruits or vegetables or a drink. You have to get up very early though, because it's only in the morning. If you want to know more about the war history of Vietnam, I recommend a visit to the Cu Chi tunnels, where you will get a tour of the underground tunnel network in Vietnam. After passing Ho Chi Minh again, Mui Ne or Nha Trang will be your first stop. Both are beach towns, so if you're looking for a relaxing beach day after the busy city, go there. Mui Ne is recommended by many instead of Nha Trang, but Mui Ne is also the only town where the police is corrupt against foreign motorbikers and will force you to pay a high fine if they stop you. So, if you drive a motorbike, you might want to think twice about visiting Mui Ne. On the left side of Nha Trang is Dalat. Besides some cool bars like the Maze Bar and a clothing market, there's not that much going on directly in the city, but it was one of my favorite places because of what's to see around the city. There are several big waterfalls to see, the famous Elephant Waterfall and many others. There's a weasel poop coffee farm, Crazy House, an artistic house designed by a Vietnamese architect. Then there's Claytown, a city of clay. Pagodas and much more. The next possible stop is the Ninh Van Backpacker Resort. A backpacker resort with a backpacker hostel with resort amenities. Many backpackers love it. I didn't really like it because even though the dorm room price was reasonable, everything around it was expensive. Then you must stop at Hoi An. It's one of the towns in Vietnam where the old town is well preserved. There are many nice old buildings, many colorful lampoons, nice restaurants and good party life, and by bicycle you can see the beautiful surrounding or go to the beach. Close to Hue is Da Nang. I enjoyed making a stop at Marble Mountains, which I did when I was still in Hoi An. But besides a beach and an airport, there isn't much else to do in Da Nang. Then Hue. Between Da Nang and Hue is the Hai Van Pass, a pass with beautiful surroundings which became famous through the TV series Top Gear. If you're used to New Zealand surroundings, you might get disappointed since it's only about 10 kilometers of nice surrounding, but it's nice. If you want, you can rent a motorbike one way from Hoi An to Hue. Hue used to be the capital of Vietnam. There is the Citadel where the emperor used to live, and there's also an abandoned water park which is nice to visit. After Hue there's Phong Nha. Phong Nha definitely has one of the most beautiful surroundings I've seen in Vietnam. You can take a boat tour through the caves or a tour or bike ride around the mountains. And explore other caves if you want to. Next stop is Ninh Binh, or actually Tam Kok is the street where you want to stay. There's not much to do in Ninh Binh itself. The street Tam Kok offers a boat ride, and also 10 km further in Ninh Binh is the Trang and Gratu's boat ride. I did both and they are very similar. I think the Trang and Gratu's was better since it had a pretty cool long cave. Then we go to Kappa Island and Halong Bay. There's not that much to see on Kappa Island, but if you're with a group you can get a cheaper boat ride on Halong Bay if you start from Kappa Island. Both are in the same area and it's all about the boat ride. we made it to Hanoi, the capital of Vietnam. It has a nice lake and other things a city offers, like Asian and European food, some cultural things and party life. I especially like the mall since I didn't see clothing that I actually liked in a long time. Left of Hanoi, close to China, is Sapa. Sapa is a town built on a hill. It kind of felt like a ski town in Switzerland. We stayed at a homestay on a hill next to the main city and experienced how it is to live in a Vietnamese farm. You can also visit Ha Giang, which is about 200 kilometers north of Sapa. It's supposed to be a very nice surrounding, but after I'd seen the rest of Vietnam, it didn't add much to my trip. A cheap meal in a restaurant is 30,000 dong, $1.30. You get a hamburger and fries, or noodles with vegetables or something similar for that. In more expensive areas it might be up to 50,000, which is $2.30. Beer is between 40 and $50 for a can or a normal bottle. Most other alcohol is more expensive. How to travel? You can buy a motorbike between $200 and $300 I bought mine on the Facebook page Vietnam Backpacker Travel and Sales. Since I did have some issues with my motorbike, I will make a separate video about this. You can also travel by bus. I don't think one is cheaper than the other, it's just that with a bus you will only visit the bigger cities unless you rent a motorbike. But if you own a motorbike, you will be able to stop whenever you want and see everything that happens in between. You will have to deal with stopping more often and having bike breakdowns though. If you're with a group, don't exclude a private car. It might seem expensive, but we noticed when my mom was here that for 4 people it was cheaper to rent a private car to go somewhere than buy 4 bus tickets. What about hostels and hotels? A dorm room in a hostel is on average between $4 and $5. A cheap hotel room is around $10 and a luxurious hotel room around $35. Also, I must add that I have not felt unsafe in any part of Vietnam in all my trip. My conclusion is that I've never traveled in a country yet that was cheaper than Vietnam, and also I was surprised by how many beautiful surroundings Vietnam had to offer.